Hello everyone, it's me, Lamer Gamer. I hope you're all doing well. Today's video is another Sea of Thieves walkthrough for the Fate of the Morningstar. You will have most likely gotten to this tall tale by completing the previous tale, The Art of the Trickster. If you haven't, don't worry, I've done a walkthrough for that one as well. You can find that in a link up here. In today's video, I'll give you a step-by-step guide on how to complete the tall tale, as well as find all of the journals. I am a Sea of Thieves creator crew member, so sail on over there and see what other stuff I've posted. I also stream regularly on Twitch, so you can find me live over there. Now, let's set sail. And the first thing we need to do is die. Is that right? We need to die. Here we go. So once you've died and sent your soul to the ferryman on the Ferry of the Damned, you will need to head up to the ferryman and to his left find the journal saying Fate of the Morningstar. You will need to vote for this in order to start the tall tale. Once you've been reincarnated as your beloved pirate, check through your quest inventory and read through the new pages. The page we're interested in initially is the one called My Last Words, where it will tell you to head to a specific island, in this case Kraken's Fall, where we will need to dig underneath a tree at the tallest peak. The annoying thing about Kraken's Fall is that there are two peaks that look quite similar in height. However, this is the peak you need to find. Once you've located the tree you need to dig in front of, set your spade to the dirt and dig up the sarcophagus. Once fully dug up, collect the enchanted lantern and look around for some ghostly footprints. This is essentially how you will have to use the lantern for the rest of the tall tale. Now you've figured out how to use the enchanted lantern, you're going to need to flick through the book and find the next island reference within it. Usually found on page 5, in this case we had to head to Old Faithful Isle. Once on the southern sands of Old Faithful Isle, as the journal asks us to do, you have to look around with the enchanted lantern to find the ghost memories and footprints of the skeleton crew that hunted down the crew of the Morningstar. Once you've found these footprints, you will need to follow them towards the campfire where the crew is sitting. Don't be worried if a trail of footprints stops, it basically means you need to keep heading in that direction to find the next memory. Once you have found the crew, I find it easier to follow the footprints of one crew member at a time, so that way I don't get confused and lost on the island. But you can do this any way you'd like. As you can see, I started with the crew member Dinger. Follow Dinger's footprints up to the cliff where you see him getting shot over the edge. Follow the soul over the edge of the cliff. Oh, and take some food as that fall is quite steep. Once you've hit the bottom and recovered from the fall, look around for the soul of Dinger, which will have two skeletons next to it. Once again, this is a game of pick the footprint and follow the trail. You have to do this twice for each soul. One will lead you to a key and one will lead you to a chest. In this case, we followed the steps towards the key first, which led us to a cannon where we had to match the angle to be able to locate the key. Once you're happy with the angle of your cannon, jump in and let gravity do the rest. AKA, fire yourself out of it. Once you've landed in the water, look around the immediate area for something glinting on the sand, and you will hopefully find the skeleton key. Swim over and collect the skeleton key, and then store it somewhere safe for when you collect the chest. Return back to Dinger and the two skeletons, and follow the second trail to a chest that you will need to dig up. Once you've dug up this chest, unlock it with the skeleton key and release Dinger's soul.
Free at last! I'd almost forgotten the sound of my own beautiful voice.
That's the first of 3 crewmates released. You now need to head back to the campsite and pick the next crewmate to release. In this case, I picked Captain Slate. Just like with Dinger, you'll have to follow the footprints from the campsite and follow the trail of ghost memories of how Slate met his fate. Eventually, Captain Slate meets his fate over by a wall, surrounded by 3 skeletons. Now here there's only one set of footprints to follow, as well as a map that is shown to the left. I followed the footprints first, which led me to the key position, which meant I had to dive off of the edge of the platform and search again below the waves for the key. Please note on this one that the key is deceptively close to the platform. Once you've picked up the key, return it back to where Captain Slate died as a central point for the search for the chest. As with most maps on Sea of Thieves, you'll have to use your brain a little bit to try and locate the position of the chest. However, it does give you a compass bearing showing that it is on the north side of the island. After a little bit of searching on the north side of the island, I found the chest next to one of the barricades or walls from the fort. Here's the exact compass bearing for those of you that may get a little bit more stuck on this one, as it is quite difficult to locate. Once you've located the chest, you need to dig it up and then use the skeleton key to unlock it, and then release the soul within the chest.
Freedom! It's been so long. I'm in your debt, but for now, I must leave this wretched place.
Now that Captain Slate and Dinger have both been freed, it is now time to find this guy, Fontaine. Once again, follow the footsteps across the island. You will eventually come across ghost memories of skeletons shooting into the distance. Follow the direction the guns are pointing. You will eventually find drag marks leading up to the top of the island, where you will find Fontaine's body surrounded by skeletons. This is another one where you have to follow 2 sets of footprints, but I would suggest sticking with one of them. In this case, I followed the one that led me to the chest first. Once I found the chest, I dug it up and returned it back to the central point where the footprints went 2 separate ways. Follow the second set of footprints, where you will find a lever you will need to pull to lower a cage that will allow you to collect the third and final skeleton key. Once you've collected this key, return back to the chest, open it, and release the final soul. And now we've released all 3 souls, we need to return back to the ferryman, which means we need to die again. Once back on the ferry of the damned, head up to the ferryman and he should thank you for completing the tale. He will also remind you that your fate is still tied to the Morningstar. So don't worry, you'll be seeing lots of references from this in Tall Tales to come.
Fate is still tied to the Morningstar.
And that's one way to complete this tall tale. Now don't forget there are many different versions of this tale. For instance, one version of this tale, it took me to Marauder's Arch to find the lantern, and then I had to release the souls on Kraken's Fall. The process is the same, but just be aware of the different islands and look in the journal to make sure you've got the right islands. Now, the journals. The good thing about this tall tale is they're all on the same island, so I was able to do this in one continuous take. Once again, you'll need to start the tall tale before collecting the journals, so that way they'll all count towards the commendation. Otherwise, you'll be running around this island, probably in the rain like I did, and it won't count towards it. So make sure you start the tale first. Here we go. Head to the southeast shores of Old Faithful Isle and follow the steps I do in this video, and you will find all of the journals. In the meantime, I'm going to shut up and leave you with this lovely music. So now you've completed the Tall Tale and you've collected all the journals. You'll need to complete the Tall Tale a couple more times to get the 100% commendation and work towards the Gold Hoarder curse. If you did like this video, please like and subscribe to this channel because I will be doing more video walkthrough guides as I progress through the game. You can also find me on all other social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, and I also stream regularly on Twitch. In the meantime, you take care and I'll see you online. Cheers.